Welcome to our channel, everybody. Buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the spooky, the strange, the downright unexplainable. We're talking about the kind of stuff that makes you want to sleep with the lights on, you know, the good stuff. From poltergeists chucking furniture to creatures that make Bigfoot raise an eyebrow, we've got a lineup that'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about reality. So hit that subscribe button and ring the ding-dong bell, because you don't want to miss out on this wild ride. All right, let's kick things off in 1878, Amherst, Nova Scotia. Picture this, a seemingly normal house with a not-so-normal problem. Enter the Amherst poltergeist, and no, this wasn't some friendly ghost just trying to liven up the place. This thing was making life a nightmare for the poor family living there. We're talking objects flying across rooms, walls being violently shaken, the whole 9 yards. Imagine trying to enjoy your morning coffee while an invisible force is chucking your furniture around. Not exactly relaxing, right? And the craziest part, scientists actually investigated this thing. They poked and prodded, trying to debunk it as some elaborate hoax, but they came up empty-handed. No logical explanation, no hidden wires, nothing. It's enough to make even the biggest skeptic wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's more to this whole ghost thing than meets the eye. Next up, we're venturing into the realm of the truly bizarre. We're talking about the black-eyed beings. These aren't your friendly neighborhood ghosts, folks. Imagine encountering a shadowy figure lurking in the dark, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Yeah, it's the stuff of nightmares. Reports of these beings have popped up in various American cities, and the witnesses all describe the same chilling details. Tall, shadowy figures with eyes that seem to pierce your very soul. Some folks believe these beings are harbingers of doom, appearing before major disasters or tragedies. Imagine seeing those eyes staring back at you, knowing something terrible is about to go down. It's enough to make you want to invest in some night vision goggles and a good therapist, am I right? Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one is truly unsettling. We're traveling to Cambodia in the 1970s, where a wave of nightmare deaths swept through the country. Imagine a terror so profound, so real, that it actually killed you in your sleep. That's what people were experiencing during this terrifying period. Witnesses claimed that victims would wake up in the middle of the night, screaming in terror, only to die mysteriously shortly after. But here's the truly messed up part. Many of these victims claim to have seen terrifying figures. Demons even, in their dreams right before they died. Imagine the sheer terror of seeing something so horrifying in your sleep that it follows you into the waking world. It's a chilling thought, and one that left the people of Cambodia reeling. All right, let's switch gears for a second and head over to the southwestern United States. We're talking about the vast, unforgiving desert where some say strange creatures roam. No, we're not talking about coyotes or roadrunners, folks. We're talking about the Joshua creatures. Imagine hiking through the desert, the sun beating down on you when you spot something out of the corner of your eye. You turn to look, and there it is. A tall, humanoid figure with long, spindly fingers and eyes that seem to burn with an eerie light. These creatures have been spotted by numerous hikers and desert dwellers, and the descriptions are always eerily similar. Some say they're just legends, stories told to scare travelers. But others believe there's something more to these desert dwellers. Whatever they are, one thing's for sure: you don't want to run into one of these things alone in the desert at night. From the desert, we travel to the dense, shadowy forests of Siberia. Here, among the towering trees and whispering winds, lies a mystery that'll chill you to the bone. We're talking about the forest sounds, unexplained noises that have haunted the residents of Siberian villages for years. Imagine yourself walking through the forest, the air thick with the scent of pine needles when you hear it, a blood-curdling scream echoing through the trees. These sounds, described as eerie screams, guttural growls, and chilling whispers, have been reported by countless people, and no one seems to know their origin. Some believe these sounds are the cries of lost souls, while others whisper of terrifying creatures lurking in the shadows. Whatever the source, one thing's for sure: you wouldn't want to find yourself alone in those woods after dark. Okay, let's talk about something that'll make you think twice about answering the door. The black-eyed children phenomenon is one of those things that just sends chills down your spine. Imagine this. You're home alone, it's getting dark, and you hear a knock at the door. You open it, and standing there are two children, their eyes completely black, staring at you with an unnerving intensity. This isn't some urban legend, folks. People across the United States have reported encounters with these unsettling children, and the details are always the same. The piercing black eyes, the unsettling calmness, and a feeling of dread that washes over you in their presence. Some say they're just kids playing pranks, but others believe there's something far more sinister at play. Whatever they are, one thing's for sure, you wouldn't want to invite them in for cookies and milk. Now let's dive into the world of UFOs and alien encounters, starting with one of the most famous cases of all time, the Travis Walton abduction. In 1975, Walton, a logger from Arizona, claimed to have been abducted by aliens while working in the woods with his crew. Imagine this, you're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees, when a strange object appears in the sky. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you approach it only to be beamed aboard against your will. That's what Walton claimed happened to him, and his story sent shockwaves through the world. He described strange beings, medical examinations, and a terrifying journey through space. While some dismissed his story as a hoax, others believed he was telling the truth. The case remains unsolved to this day, leaving many to wonder, did Travis Walton really encounter aliens, or was it all just a big misunderstanding? All right, let's shift gears and talk about a place where the veil between our world and the other side seems to be particularly thin. We're talking about a stretch of road in Mexico known as the Highway of the Dead. Now, most highways are creepy enough at night, but this one takes it to a whole other level. Imagine driving down a desolate road, the wind howling around you, when you see a figure standing in the middle of the road. You slam on the brakes, but as you get closer, the figure vanishes into thin air. This is just one of the countless eerie encounters reported by travelers on this infamous highway. From ghostly apparitions to strange creatures lurking in the shadows, the stories are enough to make you want to take a detour. Some say it's just local folklore, but others believe something sinister haunts this stretch of asphalt. Let's take a trip to the land of the rising sun, where ancient traditions and modern life intertwine. But beneath the surface of bustling cities and serene temples lies a darker side, a world where spirits roam free. We're talking about the haunted houses of Japan, places where the past refuses to stay buried. Imagine stumbling upon an old abandoned house, its windows boarded up, paint peeling, an air of sadness hanging over it. As you approach, you hear a faint sound coming from inside, a whisper, a sigh, a blood-curdling scream. These abandoned houses, often located in rural areas, are said to be haunted by the spirits of those who died within their walls. From vengeful ghosts to restless souls, the stories vary, but one thing remains constant. These places are not for the faint of heart. For our final stop, we're diving into the deep, dark depths of the Arabian Gulf. Here, beneath the waves, lies a legend that has haunted divers and sailors for centuries. The tale of the sea Djinn. Imagine descending into the murky depths, the pressure building around you. When you see a flash of movement in the distance, you turn to get a better look, and that's when you see it, a creature unlike anything you've ever seen before, its eyes glowing in the darkness. The sea Djinn, said to be powerful and often malevolent spirits, are a source of both fascination and terror for those who make their living on the water. From tales of divers being dragged to their deaths to stories of ships being mysteriously capsized, the legends are as varied as they are chilling. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 tales of the strange and unexplained that'll hopefully keep you up at night. If you're anything like me, you're probably looking over your shoulder right now, wondering what might be lurking in the shadows. But hey, that's half the fun, right? If you enjoyed this wild ride through the paranormal, hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Who knows, maybe you'll inspire them to leave the lights on tonight too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next paranormal adventure. Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and for the love of all that is spooky, sleep with one eye open.